Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video in TCS Off Campus 2021 coding questions. So, in this video, I'm going to solve another problem which is asked in TCS Off Campus. It is asked in 2021 December, guys, and basically, I mean to say that today itself on 12th December 2021. Okay, so this was the question which is given a time of 30 minutes, and you can say that it's pretty much easy, like only few lines are there, but why they are given 30 minutes. So once you start writing code for this one, you'll get to know that yes, it takes 30-minute time, and it is evident that they are given. Okay, so we are going to solve this in the VS Code, guys, and I'm going to use the Java programming language for this one. So before this, also I have solved a lot of questions which are asked in TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, Cognizant, and all MNC companies. So if you have not seen those videos, then you can of course check out the playlist. Alright, so let us start the today's session and with reading the problem. First of all, in order to solve any off-campus problem, guys, you need to understand the problem clearly. Once you understand the problem clearly, 50% work has been done. So if you understand the problem clearly, and if you know what are the inputs we need to take and what are all the outputs expected, so half of the work has been done. Then you have to think of logic. So once you get the logic, then you just need to write that logic in VS Code or in Java without any error. So you just need to take care of syntax and all those things, right? So the first step is to read the problem carefully. Alright, so I'll just read it out for you. As a weather broadcaster, you need to record the temperature for few days, let us say T days. Okay. Once you get the temperature, you need to find the maximum difference of temperature from all the days. Then you need to print in how many ways. So here I have to write ways. In how many ways we can select the 2 days giving maximum temperature. So it's pretty much simple, guys. Okay. So I mean to just explain you what is the thing. Okay, so I'll just use the marker over here. Let me just take the marker. Okay, guys, so the thing is that, okay, so you have to take T as the input, so that will indicate the temperature for how many days. Okay, so for T days, let us say for 5 days you are planning to take the temperature. Okay, so after that you will be having one array. Let us say the array name is A, and it will be having components. So let us say the temperature of first day is 2. After that the temperature of second day is 4. After that the temperature of third day is 5, and after that the temperature of fourth day is again. Okay, so 4 days 5, and next thing is 6. Okay, so 6, let us see, you have taken something like this: 1 2 3 4 and 5. So 5 days temperature you have taken. So as this is array, it will be having index values 0 1 2 3 and 4. So as it is starting from 0, it will be having these 4 index values. So now it's, what is your job, guys? Your job is to find out. Okay, so your job is to find out. Okay, so what you have to do is, you have to find out in how many days you can select the maximum temperature giving days. So in this list you can see what is the maximum difference in these days. I mean, if I consider this thing, that is 6, that is last day. Okay, 6 minus 2, that is last day temperature minus first day temperature. If I do, then I will get difference as 4. So now in any other condition, like if I do 5 minus 2, then I will be getting 3. Okay, so if I do 4 minus 2, then I will be getting 2. So you need to find out what are all the what are the that two numbers which will give you the maximum difference. Okay, so they will be the highest number minus the lowest number in the array. So the highest number is 6 and the lowest number is 2. So these two numbers are giving highest difference. Okay, so I need to use the sorting algorithm. One thing I have known. Now the next thing is that actual question comes here, guys. In how many ways I can select these two temperatures or these 2 days? So 2 and 6, in how many days how many ways I can select, guys? There is only one way. So a of, okay, so the one way is a of 0 and a of 4. Okay, so this is a of 0 and a of 4. this is the only one way which is possible to select these two temperatures. Any other way, guys? No, because these two temperatures are not repeating. So in this case, there is only one way. I will take you to the another case where you will be having multiple ways of selecting the temperature. Okay, so let us see how I can do that one. Let me just erase these things, guys. Okay, so I erase those things, and now you can see here or here. Okay, so I don't know why this comes again and again, guys. Sorry for this. Okay, so here over here you can see. So the array which is having 10 temperatures, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and I'll just write over here. So the index value for this one is 0, this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So these are the index values. I know I have not written it properly. I am writing with the help of mouse, guys. So I don't have any digital pen, so that's why I am not able to write it perfectly. Sorry. So see, the maximum difference will be 9 minus 2, right? So 9 is the highest number and 2 is the lowest number. So 9 minus 2 will give me the maximum difference. So 9 minus 2, that is 8 and 7. So 7 is the maximum difference which is possible. So in how many ways I can select? See, first thing 2 and 9 I will select. Okay, so after that another way which is possible is 9 and 2 also I can select. So 9 minus 2 will be giving me the highest value. The same value will be given by 9 minus 2. So that means there are two conditions possible. Either you can select a of 0 and ninth value index is 6 7. So you can select a of 7. Got it? So this is the first way, guys. Now again going to the second way, you can select a of 7 and a of, again 2 is present at ninth index, that is last index. So a of 9. Okay, so this is the second possible way. So in this way, guys, basically what happens is whenever you want to find out, then you will be having multiple ways you will come to know. Again, if I have another 2 over here, then what are the possible ways? 2 and 9, one condition, 9 and 2, another condition, again this 9 and this 2, another third condition. So that means, so I need to find out how many times is this 9 is repeating and how many times this 2 is repeating. Okay, so after that I will be able to find out. I just multiply those two things and I will be getting the output, guys. Okay, so I'll just show you with another example. Most of the guys will not understand this at once. Okay, so okay, yeah. So see, here I'm having only two number of 2's. Okay, so the answer for this one will be, okay, so the first condition and this one is the second condition. So that means okay, let us say th represents the higher value. So higher value is repeating how many times? Higher value is present one time here, 1, and then tl represents the lower value. So this is for my understanding, and lower value is repeating 2 times here. So 2. What I will do, I will multiply here th into tl. If I do, then I will get the required answer. So th into TLI is the logic, guys. Okay, so th into TL, that is 1 into 2. If I do, then I will be getting 2 as the answer. So there will be 2 possible ways. And in this case, let us assume that another 2 is present. Then how many ways will be possible, guys? So 2 comma 9 one way, then 9 comma this 2 another way, and 9 comma this last 2 again third way. So that means high, how much, guys? High will be again 1, and in this case low is repeating how many times? 3 times. 2 is once it is here, and at the second time it is over here, and at the end also 2 is there. So that means TL value is going to 3. So then answer for the second condition is 3. Then I will be getting 3, guys. 1, that is higher value is repeating 1 time and lower value is repeating 3 times, and 1 into 3 if I do, then I will be getting 3 as the answer. So like this. Okay, so let us say 9 is here again, guys. Okay, now the 9 is again coming over here. So what are all the possible ways? Either you can select this 2 and this 9 one way, this 2 and this 9 second way. Okay, so this 9 and this 2 third way, this 9 and this 2 fourth way. Okay, so this 9 and this 2 fourth way. After that, this 9 already we have. So that means say how many times they are repeating. One condition is 2 9 first condition. After that, this 2 this 9 second condition. Okay, so after that, third condition will be this 9 and this 2, and fourth condition will be this 9 and this 2. So after that, this 9 and again this 2 will be the fifth condition, and this 9 and this 2 will be the sixth condition. This 9 and this 2, this 9 and this 2. I hope you are getting, guys. Okay, so these are the two conditions. I will just write it in another ink. This 2 and this 9 2 and these blue 2. After that, let me just use yellow here. Okay, so again this yellow 2. So possibly how many colors? 2 red, 2 yellow and 2 blue. So total 9. So output is 9. How I will be getting the output as 9, guys? It's simple. So how many times the higher value is repeating? 9 is 2 times here. So I will write 2 into how many times the lower value is repeating? 1, 2 and 3. So 2 into 3 equal to, sorry, this is 6, guys. Total 6 ways, right? 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6. What I'm saying, 9. It's not 9. Okay, so here I'm getting the 6. Okay, guys, I hope you got the idea, right? So I've tried my maximum level best. So if you are not getting, then you can just rewind the video and try to understand it, guys. Okay, so it's not at all difficult, guys. It's not at all difficult. You just need to think for some time, and you just need to take a pen and paper, try to write it on that one, because it's a 30-minute question, guys. Yes, it will take some time to crack the logic. Once you crack the logic, writing code is pretty much simple. Okay, so I will be writing as it is, guys. When I will be using scanner class, I will be taking the input from user. I will not use any hard-coded input and output here. Okay, so the same thing will work for TCS final exam. Okay, so don't worry about those things. Just close this one. Alright, so example cases, you have seen a lot of things, and here also you can see I will use the same one, 3 5 6 7 2 8. If I give like this array, then it should give me 1. So note that, guys, here I have to take the input as t, time equal to 5 days. After that, I need to enter the array. So that means user has to give the array 3 5 6 7 2 8. After that, you have to give the result as 1 or result as 2. Like this you have to write. Okay, so that's enough about question, guys. Now I think we have reached, we have concluded, or we have understood the question. Now let us move ahead to the VS Code, and I'll just zoom in, guys, and just make it a full screen. Okay, so now I think it's fine for you to see. Okay, guys, the first thing which I want to do is I just want to import some libraries, import the scanner class and all those things. So how we can do that one? So first thing is, whenever you are writing any program, import java.util. After that, star. So this will make sure that all the Java libraries will be imported into your program. After that, second thing, I want to take the input from user. So I will take this, I will import the scanner class. So java.util.scanner, S is capital. So scanner I will write. So this will import all the scanner classes into my program. So now I am done with the libraries, guys, and I will define the main method here, public static method. So it's over here, and it's not name of the main method. Name of the method is main, and it will take arguments string, S is capital again here. Okay, after that args, you know, right? This one we know, guys. And yeah, I have defined the main method over here. So see here, guys, so the first thing I want to do is I need to create the object of scanner class. And don't worry about these yellow things, they are just warnings, because we have not used the libraries in main program. They are just showing the warning. That means the over resource we are using, so they will be gone whenever we write the code. Okay, so what I will write the class name. The class name is scanner, so scanner. Scanner, I will take a reference variable, it's user defined, you can take anything. I will take sc, that is scanner class. So new, after that I need to write again scanner. So scanner, and one thing what you need to write is it's just a object creation. But the extra thing what I want to write here is, inside this object creation we need to pass a parameter called system in. So system dot in, that means I'm taking the input from the user. So once you write like this, then our object is created with a scanner class. Okay, so with a reference variable sc. So now I will write one message. This is just for our understanding, guys. Sout so sout system.out.println, what I want to write is enter the number of days. So enter the number of days, for how many days you want to monitor the temperature. So that's the first thing. So after that, the next thing what I want to do is I'll just use the scanner class over here. Okay, so what I want to write is so basically something like this, guys. So I want to store it in integer, and basically temperature will be a integer type of variable. So int t, it will be stored in variable called t. So reference variable is sc dot. Okay, so we need to write next and int. Whenever writing int, make sure that you are writing I in capital. Okay, then open close parenthesis and terminate the line. So this will make sure that whatever you are entering in from the keyboard will be stored in t as an integer. Okay, so that's it, guys. We have taken the number of days and we have stored it in a variable called t. Okay, so the first thing is done. The next thing what I want to write is I want to take the array. So what I will write int. Okay, so int array, so that means arr. I'll just take a user defined variable arr. So it will be taking array type of values, and I will use new, and I will use something like this int, and that size will be equal to t. So the number of if I am taking 5, then if I am taking number of days as 5, then the array will be having 5 elements. Clear? Yes, that's it, guys. After that, I'll just write one message over here saying sout, and here I will write enter the temperature of let us say t days, whatever you want to enter, t days. Okay, so enter the temperature of, or something like this also you can write. Okay, so and this thing I will write in double quote. So this will make sure that whatever t you are writing, that will be printed in the output. So enter the temperature of t days. So this will make sure that all the elements will be taken. So like 5 days temperature it will take. Now I will declare another temperature variable. Let us say this, its name will be something like this. I want to use the int variable, guys. So this I will use later. So first I am declaring this one. Okay, so I have taken the temporary a variable, that is temp. Okay, so after that, after this, what I want to do is I will use a for loop, guys. Okay, so for I will run for loop for t days for I equal to 0, the first thing. After that, for int I equal to 0, I should be less than how much, array dot length minus 1. So whatever the length of that particular array, the I should be 1 less than that one, because I is starting from 0. That's the second condition. Then I plus plus I want to write, open close, and that's it. For condition we have written, another for condition. And note that this sorting you can directly do, guys, but I am showing you the actual way. So this will basically give the good I can say good response or good imagination, because you have not used the built-in functions, and you are just writing your things on your own, and you are building your own logic. So this will make sure that you are good in any logic building. Okay, so it will be helpful for you itself. So that's why I suggest you to go with the build your own logic instead of using any built-in functions, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so j should be less than array dot length minus 1. So you know that, right? So this is for binary sorting, guys, the condition. And j plus plus, 2 loops I'm using, first one for the outer loop, and for I and for j. Okay, so inside this loop I will use one if condition. If, okay, so if array of j. If array of j is greater than, I want these things in the descending order, so that's why I'm using this one. Array of j is less than, I will use less than. Okay, so in descending order I will be getting array of j is less than array of j plus 1, array of j plus 1. Okay, so if array of j is less than array of j plus 1, then at that moment what you need to do, I'll write over here. Okay, so just use the temp variable, copy. I need to swap these things. Basically the first number is less than the second number, but I want the highest number on the left hand side, so I will swap these two things. So array of j will be taking the position of array of j plus 1, and array of j plus 1 will be the taking the position of array of j. So I can do that one with the help of temp variable. So I will store j in this one first. Okay, so that is for temporarily. After that, array of j will be holding array of j plus 1. I have swapped the things here, and after that array of j plus 1 will be holding the value which I have just stored temporarily. So in temp I have stored these things. That's it guys. So you have swapped successfully. Okay, so now I'm almost done with this guys, and now I should be able to print the sorted number of elements here. So I should get the sorted array. I have sorted the array now. Okay, so once I have sorted the array, the next thing will be to find out how many times the highest and lowest number are repeating in our loop, in our array. So I'll just write one out here, that is system.out.println, and I will print the array guys. So array, we need to write arrays, and sorry, I should not use these things guys. Okay, so I need to write arrays, close this one, arrays, and after this dot to string, and inside that I have to pass the array. Our array value is arr, and that's it guys. So I'm missing this one. I'll just, okay, so this will make sure that our array will be printed on the output screen. If you want to check the output guys, you can just run this one and try to see. I'll just open a new terminal over here. Okay, so java c, it's problem 13.java, compile this thing. Okay, and then java problem 13, run this thing, enter the number of days, let us say 5 days. Okay, so enter the temperature of 5 days. So 1 second guys. Okay guys, so here there is one problem. So array elements, it is showing as 0 0 0 0. So this is due to the fact that we have missed one for loop over here. Okay, so system.out.println array elements. So after this I need to take the array elements, right? So in order to take array elements I have to use for loop here. So this thing I have missed guys, so that's why I'll write over here now. So int I, okay, so int I equal to 0, that means from 0 the array will be starting. Okay, so after that I should be less than t, that means its size should be less than the how many the number of days. Okay, so that's it, and after that plus plus I have to do, and here the main logic comes, array of I, that is whatever the first element I want to write, inside that one will be sc dot, I have to use here next int function. So this will make sure that whatever I will be entering as 5 elements will be stored in this array. Now our array has been created, so now it will ask for the input guys. Okay, so let us save this one and try to run. So compile first thing, after that run this one, enter the number of days, let us say 5. Okay, so now see here it is asking enter the array elements. What you want to enter, you just have to enter. So let us say 2 3 4 5 and 6. So once I enter these things, then you can see 2 3 4 5 6 I entered, and it is giving me 65432. That means the numbers have been sorted in the descending order. So highest will be first and lowest will be at the end. So not only these things I have already sorted, so I will give unsorted list, guys. So just to cross check whether the algorithm is working fine. So again 5 elements, and this time I will give first 4, then 12 I will give, then 56 I will give, then 34 I will give, then 2 I will give. So here you can see 56, 34, 12, 4, 2. Yes, the algorithm is working fine, the sorting algorithm, and it is giving me the output properly. So one step is already done, guys. We have sorted the things. Now it's time to find out. Okay, so the thing is that, guys, we need to find out how many times this 56 is repeating and how many times this 2 is repeating. So once we found out the number of times these two things are repeating, we just need to multiply those two numbers. That is, if it is repeating 2 times first number and if it is repeating 2 times the last number, then just 2 into 2 will give me the required output. So that I have explained previously, right, with the help of marker. Okay, so that I will write over here. Now how to write, guys? Just use the for loop again. Okay, so before that I want to take some variables here. So int h equal to 0 I will initialize. That means highest value, that is I'm going to refer this as 56. So 56 means highest value. So I have initialized h as a variable which will store the highest value repeating number of times. So after that another variable I will take L equal to 0 I will initialize. This will store the lowest value repeating number of times. Then how many number of times the lowest value is repeating, basically 2 in our case. In this case, if I take example, then after that our final result, whatever we want to print, will be stored in this res variable, that is result. Okay, so these three things I have taken. Now I have to use a for loop for int I equal to 0, I is less than, okay, or equal to, less than or equal to, I have to take array of length minus 1, array of length minus 1. This will make sure that it is starting from starting point to the ending point. After that I plus plus I have to do open close bracket. Yes, done, guys. After that another condition what I want to do is, this will make sure that my loop will be running from this 56 up to 2, the first for loop. In for loop what I want to check is whether this first number is equal to the second number, whether this second number is equal to, I will compare 56 equal to 34. If it is yes, then I have to increment the h value by 1. If it is no, then I should go to the next condition or next element in the array. So that will be done by the for loop. So 56 equal to 34, no, 56 equal to 12. In this case it's only one case. Okay, so it will compare basically. If it is matching, then it will increase the h by 1, and for this one will be done. Again in the same way I will take 2 and I will compare with all the elements. If any element is matching, then I will increment the L, that is L variable, by 1. So see how I will write, guys. So once I write, you will only understand this one. Array of 0, that is first element. I am pointing to this first element. I will fix it because I already sorted. So first element or the biggest element will be at the beginning. I know that one. So that's why I will directly point to this one. Okay, so once I point to this one, I will use double equal to. That means whether it is equal to right is equal to left. So array of, I will run the loop here. So array of I. So I will be starting from the 0 and it will be ending up to running up to length minus 1. Okay, so that thing I have done. Now if it is true, what I want to do, if it is true, then increment the h by 1. So h will be equal to h plus 1. Simple. Yes. Alright, guys. So now that thing is done. Otherwise, if array of I, that is first element, is not equal to this one, else if another condition I will check. I want to check another condition here. Okay, so let me just give 1 second, guys. Okay, so else if the condition is the last element I want to take, that is 2. I want to point to 2. Then how I can point? Array dot length minus 1. If I write like this, then it will be pointing to 2 here. Got it? So after that what I want to do is double equal to operator again and array of I. Yes, That's it guys, and this will make sure that I'm pointing to last element. So if the last element is matching with any of the elements inside this one, then L will be equal to L plus 1. Then I have to increment the L by 1. That's it guys. Okay, so these two conditions are satisfied. I will come out of this for loop, and now it's time to print the result. So, or else I can say it's time to calculate the result. Okay, so result will be equal to, so h, that is highest value, into L, that is the lowest value. So result will be equal to h into L. Okay, so that will make sure that how many ways are there, possible ways, that will show. So last I want to print one thing, system.out.print value ln possible, okay, possible ways of selecting is or. Okay, so anything I can use. If it is one way, then is will be applied. If there are multiple ways, then r will be used. So result, at the end I just want to write print the result. So that's it guys, the code is over now. Okay, so I have written this code, and let us check whether it is working fine or not. I'll just compile this thing. Okay, so yes, it is compiled. Now I will run, and I will take the input which in the problem which they have mentioned. So I need to take 5 days, and the elements are 3, 5, 6, 7 to 8. Number of days 5, elements are 3, 5, 6, 7 to 8. 3, 5, 6, 7 to, okay, yes. So you can see I have taken the elements over here. Okay, so I'll just maximize this one. See guys, enter the number of days, 5 days, array elements 3, 5, 6, 7, 2. These are the array elements, they have been sorted 7, 6, 5, 3, 2. Then possible way of selecting is or 1. So only one way possible, because see here 7 is not repeating anywhere here, and 2 is also not repeating. So that's why only one way is possible. Now go to another condition where it says two possible ways, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 2. So this thing I will give as the input for the next condition. So Java C, okay, run. 1 second guys. Okay guys, so I will give the input over here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. Only 2 days I have given, sorry. So I'm just confused over here. So I have interrupted with phone call guys, so that's why. Okay, so how many days? Days is 10. So I will enter 10 here. Okay, array elements are 2, 3, 4, 5. So first one is 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. After that 6, 7, 8, 9. After that 6, 7, 8, 9, and last two elements are 4, 2. So 4 and 2. So if I enter like this, the output expected is 2, and you can see output is here is also 2. Okay, so this is it guys, and now let me show you another condition. Okay, so I will give small number of elements, or only 5 days I will take, but I will repeatedly enter the numbers 2, then 2, then 3, then not 4, then 6, and then again 6. So here you can see 6 is repeating how many times? 2 times. 2 is repeating 2 times. So number of repeating high, h is equal to 2 and L is equal to 2. So h into L, 2 into 2 will be 4. So in another case, let us say, we have to check all the conditions, right? So I will take, let us say 8 numbers I will take, and 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 6, 6, and 5 I will take. Okay, so here you can see 6 is repeating how many times? 2 times, and 2 is repeating 3 times. So h value is equal to 2 and L value is equal to 3. So 2 into 3 is equal to 6 guys. So that's why I'm getting the output as 6. So there are totally 6 possible ways of selecting these temperatures. Okay guys, so that's it guys, just a simple question. Because I'm explaining these things slowly, you will be like, oh, it is taking so much of time. So it has taken almost 34 minutes. Not a bad guys. So I could have solved it in 15 minutes if I'm writing it alone. Okay. Anyway, guys, I hope you understood this one. I just zoom it out, and if you want to get this all these codes, then you can visit our website, guys. I'll be leaving the link in description. So there I already uploaded these things. Okay, so you can just check it out and you can copy these things if you are not getting, or else if you have got any suggestions or doubts, then you can ask in the comment box. So thank you guys, thanks for watching. So see you in the next one. Bye.